Hey Leo, welcome back to Love from a Leo. My name is Tay, and today is your May monthly reading for the year 2019. So yeah, the crystals that I'm using for this particular reading is serpentine, clear quartz, and malachite. So for the crystals that do already have a video on my channel, I will leave the link in the description box below. Be sure to check that out if you have not, and if you just want to know a little bit more about the crystals I'm using, or if you just want to learn about crystals and maybe get into them, I have videos for you. All right, so let's get started. My Leos, my fellow Leos. When I was sitting with our energy, I really wanted to see what do we need to do to be successful throughout this time. And so I got the message of determination and kind of sticking to whatever your plan is for this month. You may not have all the answers, but you know where to find these answers. So don't let anything that comes up in your way stop you. In other words, stick to the program, stick to your script, whatever you create, and make sure you do what you have to do to find the answers, to find the solutions to things, because there's nothing that can really stop you whenever you have that mindset. Can y'all hear that train? In your past energy, Leo, we have the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, this is, for some people it could be a good thing, and for some people it can be a bad thing. It really depends on how you are able to handle pressure. There's just a lot that's going on around you. You just have so much happening at one time. And I feel like none of these things are good, and then none of them are bad either. It's like everything is neutralized, but there's just so much happening. And so you're kind of like, whoa, I'm not really sure what to do. But it doesn't mean that you're stagnant. It just means that you have so much coming at you. You're like, okay, let me knock this out. Let me knock this out. And so you find yourself being kind of like scatterbrained, right? Okay, so in the details of this past situation, we have King of Swords. So this could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. But anyways, I think that you are starting to be in a more strategic mindset at this time in your past. But I also feel like you were spending a little bit more, maybe telling a little bit more about your goals, your strategies that you have set up for yourself. And so that could be good or bad. It really just depends on what you have going for yourself and who you have around you. And then we also have the Death card. So it could be a Scorpio coming up, but I do think this is more about the transformation of things, or things ending that needed to end around you. It's like you had this logical mindset, but you were being a little bit frivolous with your spending. Like you were able to, maybe you had a little bit more money, so you were like, okay, well, I can spend over here, I can do a little bit of that. But like now, I think in the past, it's ended though. So like all of the spending or anything that you were telling, I think you've stopped. You cut ties with that. Because I think you're starting to see that there's lots of things you can get yourself into, and so you don't want to spill the beans too soon, or you don't want to spill the beans before things are set in stone. Knave of Pentacles. So yeah, it was the ending to you spending, or yeah, just like being more frivolous with that part of your life. I think that you figured out, okay, I gotta slow down with that. Now's the season to save my coins instead of spend them. So that's smart. I do think you were spending strategically. So with that being said, I do think that you were doing the right thing in that regard. So in the present form of this reading, we have the High Priestess in reverse. So why aren't you trusting yourself, Leo? It seems like you're working really hard. You're moving towards a goal that you have for yourself. But for some of you, you may feel like you're going back down the same road that you have already been down. But with you working hard and putting a lot of work into a goal that you have for yourself, I think you're just a little bored. I think you're just ready for things to start, shifting a little bit. Maybe you feel like you want, things to just be a little bit different. Because the Fool card, it's like you have other things that you would rather do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at this time, it's saying keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is working, even if you're getting bored with it, and you don't want to mess things up by doing something else too soon. You need to consider the pros and the cons of, for example, leaving your job if you feel like that's what you really want to do. Right now is the time not to quit your day job. Right now is the time to just keep going and just hang on a little bit longer, and things will start to turn around for you sooner than you think. So with the High Priestess being here, like I said, in reverse, it definitely can mean that your intuition is telling you that now's not the right time, but you're like, but I want it to be the right time. So don't force it. Listen to yourself. And if yourself is telling you now's the right time to end it, I would say it may be not the right time to listen to yourself, because with the High Priestess in reverse, it's saying your intuition is a little off right now. Or you're not able to trust your intuition, so you may make bad decisions. So like I said, really consider the pros and the cons of doing whatever you feel like you may need to do to switch things up. Don't do things just out of boredom. Make sure you're really planning out what you need to plan, okay? So let's get some advice on what to do about this situation. So we got 2 cards of advice. Princess of Swords and Nine of Swords. Yes, there are possibilities coming towards you. That is not the issue. You just need to keep reflecting with yourself and really looking at things at a strategic point of view. So even if it's not the most fun way to do things, or if you feel like it's boring, or you feel like you're ready for it to be over, things are coming your way. But if you mess things up by just doing whatever and being willy-nilly about it, you're not going to see those things come to fruition. So you need to really make sure that you're being strategic, and know that if you play your cards right, you will see a bigger payout than you just kind of doing something on a whim. Okay, so let the fire simmer, be a little bit more air-like and sword-like, and really be strategic and logical about what it is that you need to be doing at this moment. Okay, because it's just for now, nothing lasts forever, so keep that in mind. So with the Nine of Swords, be aware that there's a duality that's happening. So you may feel one way, but there could be something else in the works from universe that's happening at the moment. So it's like, don't allow yourself to feel all of these anxious feelings and all of these panic moments and let that steer you down the wrong road. You can feel all of that and also realize that when you're feeling all of those things, it's because you have all of this energy built up inside of you that can be dispelled in other ways. But at the moment, you need all of that. You need to feel that, so that when the time comes for you to really have those possibilities open and unfold for you, you can really grasp it and you can really feel what it feels like to be successful in that regard. Like I said, stay strategic. That's what's going to be the most help to you. You were being strategic in your past, but right now, you also have to keep that mindset, okay? So don't switch up too much at this point. Now, in the future, with the Three of Cups in reverse, I see this as maybe you need to disconnect with a few people. Maybe you need to be a little bit to yourself. And I know that sounds like I don't want to do that, but it's like, I think right now you need to have a very clear mind. And I think a Leo is its strongest when it's able to have its thoughts and them not be tainted by other people's opinions. Granted, you should already have that mindset, especially as a Leo. Even if you tell someone your thoughts and your goals and your ambitions and they think that it's whack or they think whatever, you need to, I think it's better to protect your thoughts, protect your goals, protect whatever you're trying to manifest by keeping it to yourself. But keeping it to yourself also means you need to find time to be to yourself so that you can even formulate what these concepts and these thoughts are as a Leo. So I would say disconnecting at this time. It doesn't mean you have to shut people out completely, but I don't think you should be chasing after being social. You know, I think when it's time to be social, when it's time to use the people around you to get answers that you need and stuff, or advice, yeah, use that time. But whenever you can, try to be to yourself and try to formulate things on your own and stick to your own program. There's something that will be discussed. There's something we'll see in a second. There's going to be a winner and a loser. And then we have the Six of Cups here in reverse. So it could be involving something from your past that's coming back up now, or a person from your past that's trying to come back now. And then also with the Ten of Swords in reverse, it's like this is something that you already let go of. Some of you have already let go of this situation, but it's coming back around. And so I feel like this is a situation where universe is testing you, or this person is trying to see if you will let them back in, depending on your situation. But it's like a time where it's like, okay, did you really learn what you needed to learn? Are you really ready for those possibilities that I was saying that were coming in the future? Are you really ready and able to accept that? Or will you succumb to whatever it is that you already let go of? Okay, so for some of you, it could have been a destructive boss or someone who It could have been an Aries, or it could have been an authority figure. It could have been a father figure to some. It's somebody who has a big influence in your life, whether it's just because they're your boss or it's because they literally are an influence and a force in your life. But it's someone who could have caused you to have to rebuild your self-esteem, or they could have made you feel inferior to them. So it's like you already let go of this energy. And this could have been a situation where this person is protective and they're a leader, but when they get angry or when they feel like things are not going the way they need to go, then they take it out on you, or they make it to where you feel less than. So kind of like a toxic energy, but it's not like consistently toxic, but you let it go because of these situations that had happened because of, you know, these situations. Why are they coming back? Why are they trying to come back? Two of Swords. I think it's because you still have to make a real decision. You still have to make and take a leap of faith. And I think universe is just testing you. I do. I think it's seeing if you are being logical and not thinking with your emotions. Three of Cups, like I said, in reverse. This is like kind of putting an X on your feelings. Like putting an X on your feelings. Kind of being just, it's like you need to be strategic throughout and logical throughout this month. That's going to be your best bet, because these emotions, yes, it's cool to be emotionally intelligent, but at this time, there's so many things that are happening to build things to come in the future. Right now is the time to set up your foundation. So you need to be logical right now. Okay, Leo? Let's get some advice on the situation about this person who left, or this person that you're back and forth with. What's going on? What advice can I give Leo to make the right decision so that it can be successful? Death. We know what this means. Ending it. Being reborn in a new aspect. So that means you have to let go of your old self, or let go of your old habits, let go of your old relationships that are not working now. It's a very Pluto vibe. You're going to have like a you have to stay in a transformational state mentally. So you need to be logical. That's the main thing that I'm saying. Stay strategic. Stay mindful of what you're doing. But with this Scorpio death energy, you need to stay focused and solid. As a fixed sign would. You are a fixed sign. You need to make sure you're staying firm on your beliefs on what isn't serving me needs to go, because I have things that I need to better myself for. I need to become better. So in order to do that, I have to leave things that are just not things that just they're not up to par. And it's okay to see that things are not up to par. It's okay to leave things in the past that are not growing with you. And it's not your fault. That's what time is about. You can't get time back. So if you don't want to waste time and you want to see things come towards you, you have to let things go. So keep that in mind, Leo, okay? Stay strategic. If you heard anything that made you feel good, if you heard things that resonated with you, please be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video. It really helps me out a lot. You can also comment on this video and let me know what you thought about it. Let me know how things are going for you. Let me know what readings that you suggest, because I'm open to all suggestions when it comes to readings that you guys would like to see on my channel. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I cannot stress that enough. Make sure you're subscribed. But even more importantly than that, make sure you're hitting the notification bell after you subscribe, so that you are notified when I post something for your sign, when I post something just for the channel in general, whether it's messages for the collective, for all 12 signs, or whatever, okay? And make sure you're coming back to the channel and looking to see what videos I have previously posted, so that you can be aware, because like I said, YouTube doesn't always notify you unless you are notified with the notification bell, okay? If you need a private reading, I'm always here for you guys. You can email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com. And other than that, my description box has probably any information that I have not stated here. Well, I'm Love from a Leo, otherwise known as Tay. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, my beautiful, beautiful lion, I will see you very, very soon. Bye.